using the time machine from the episode Toy Palace to travel back to medieval times in an attempt to become a princess. The royals have their court magician cast a spell over Angelica's mind, forcing her to become the court jester against her free will. I ran the scenario through ChatGPT and this is what it gave me. In the shimmering dusk of medieval times, the grand castle of Eldoria stood majestically, its towers piercing the sky. Angelica, with her time travel escapade gone awry, found herself in the grand hall of this ancient fortress, her eyes wide with a mix of fear and wonder. She had intended to be a princess, adored and pampered. However, fate, as it often does, had a different plan in store. The royals, intrigued yet suspicious of this strangely dressed girl claiming to be from the future, conferred with their wise yet somewhat mischievous court magician, Merlinus. With a twirl of his staff and a mischievous glint in his eye, Merlinus cast a spell over Angelica, her mind swirling with enchantment. As the spell took hold, Angelica's protests turned into giggles, her demeanor shifted, and soon she found herself dressed in the colorful garb of the court jester. "Behold," Merlinus exclaimed, "from yonder future, a jester like no other." The court erupted in laughter as Angelica, now under the spell, began to perform. She juggled, she danced, she made faces that had the entire court in stitches. Her antics were unlike anything they had seen, a blend of future and past, a spectacle of comedy and charm. The king and queen, thoroughly entertained, declared her the finest jester in all the land. Meanwhile, Angelica, deep within the recesses of her enchanted mind, struggled faintly against the spell. Yet, each thought of rebellion only led to another jest, another laugh from the court. The enchantment was potent, lacing her every move with a comedic grace she never knew she possessed. As days turned into weeks, Angelica, the unwilling jester, became the highlight of Eldoria. Her routines, filled with anachronistic references and futuristic slapstick, were the talk of the kingdom. Nobles from far and wide visited just to see the jester from the future. As the seasons changed in the medieval kingdom of Eldoria, Angelica, under the spell of the court magician, grew more adept in her role as the court jester. Her performances were a mix of physical comedy and witty banter, enchanting the court with her unique blend of future knowledge and medieval jest. During a grand feast, the great hall was filled with nobles and dignitaries, the air thick with anticipation for Angelica's performance. She entered with a flourish, her jester's outfit jingling merrily. "Good evening, fine ladies and gents," she began, her voice laced with a jesting tone. I bring tales and jokes from a time far ahead, where horses are iron and messages are sent through the air. The crowd chuckled, intrigued by these fantastical ideas. Pray tell, what are messages sent through the air? The curious noble inquired. Why, they're like carrier pigeons, but without the pigeons, or the mess. Angelica quipped, earning a round of laughter. She continued, juggling a set of colorful balls. In my time, we have a saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Here, I believe it's an apple a day keeps the witch at bay! Exclamation point. The audience roared with laughter, enjoying her playful take on their superstitions. As the evening progressed, Angelica's performance became more elaborate. She pulled out a small, strange-looking device, a prop from the future, claiming it to be a magic box that captured images. With this, I can steal your soul. Just for a moment, though, she joked, pointing it at the crowd, who gasped and then laughed, realizing it was all part of the act. Finally, as her act neared its end, Angelica balanced atop a large ball, a feat that mesmerized the audience. Behold, she exclaimed, I balance upon the world itself, like a queen upon her throne. But fear not, for I shall not rule. I'm far too busy making you all smile. The court erupted in applause, thoroughly charmed by her performance. Angelica, the jester, took a bow, her mind still swirling under the spell, a part of her enjoying the limelight, while another part longed for a life that was no longer hers. The spell ensured her compliance, her skills as a jester growing with each passing day, her true desires and memories slowly fading into the background of the laughter and applause that now defined her existence. In the evenings, when the laughter died down and the torches dimmed, the spell's hold on Angelica tightened. She sat in her quarters, adorned with bells and bright colors, her mind a whirl of jumbled thoughts. Despite her situation, a part of her enjoyed the adoration, the laughter, the applause. The spell had intertwined with her desires, her need for attention, making it impossible to discern where the enchantment ended and her true feelings began. Years passed, and Angelica remained the court jester, her identity from the future fading like a distant dream. Eldoria's history books would speak of the enchanting jester with mysterious origins, who entertained kings and commoners alike. And as for Angelica, her laughter echoed through the halls of time, a melody of joy and a whisper of a wish that took an unexpected turn. Shadow Metal 890. She bullies babies. Angelica definitely would have this coming. MAJIN Lord. It would definitely be karma. that Angelica's princess obsession would end up turning her into a mindless court jester.